Hello, NB Moose Lover here again, and got a video here, a little experiment that I tried this summer. This is just a few clips here from one of my other videos of bears, my trail cameras, and that's what this was all about. I wanted to try an experiment to see if I could give the bears something to fool around with instead of my cameras, because they really like to be rough on them. As you can see here, and the idea I came up with was a brush that I fastened to a tree that I was hoping they'd use as a back scratcher, and it didn't work out as good as I had hoped. But it was an interesting experiment. As you'll see, I fastened it to a tree with a ratchet strap. It had to be solid so they wouldn't tear it off. And we're going to come up to it here. And the thing was that the moose tend to be more fascinated with it than the bears, and they were always checking it out and just couldn't understand what it was, and that was kind of funny. And you can get bear-proof covers for these cameras, metal ones, but the camera that I have, they never seem to have them in stock. COVID, I think, was a little hard on the company, so I've been meaning to make some, get them fixed up, get them welded or something. Just never got around to it yet. So I put straps on them now and kind of fasten them to the tree a little more solid than the original strap. So we're coming up. This video coming up here is that was just a few bears at a camera in a different location, and this location here, this sow come in and she fiddles with the camera for a few minutes here, and then I just wanted to, these videos are on, this video is on the channel elsewhere there. It's Curious Bears, I think is what it's called, or Bears at Trail Cameras, whatever, and I just want to show these little cubs here again, because they're so cute, and these little guys. And I have a sow that's going to be on the video here at my little back scratcher in a bit here, but I don't know if it was the same bear. I mean, later, and the cubs are bigger, but I don't think the sow is quite as big that comes in here. But here we have a cow moose coming in and checking it out. And there's my little invention, and it worked out that bear come in, and it was a little too high, the way the tree has a little crook to it and the ground's a little lower on the lower side, so I eventually moved it down just a bit so they could reach it a little bit better. I'm going to put up another video here of some cow and a couple of calves here at the brush, because they're just so obsessed with it, and I didn't have any salt lick here, at the time, and there was nothing really to keep them here. I did have one here originally. I had it fastened up high in a tree so they could reach it, but it didn't stay there. I had it ratchet strapped there, the salt, and it basically just melted and fell off, so it didn't work. Just another experiment. But I eventually put a salt block here, and I've got some videos of some moose at the salt block, but at this time right here I didn't have it there. I know this video is a little long here, but it's just I wanted to put this in, show this cow here, rather than just put it as a separate video. not sure why she doesn't have any calves. Whether, I don't. It may be a 2-year-old. I mean, the yearling last fall and just probably didn't get bred. Maybe she's a little bigger than a yearling here, so her nose is quite long. I think she's a 2-year-old. And I think they usually don't breed till 2 years old anyway, so it would be this fall. She's a big cow, though. And she's got the little bites on her legs there you can see from the flies. There's these little flies that follow them around and they'll chew on their legs, and then some of the other bigger horse flies keep at the wounds and their legs will get chewed up pretty bad. So she's going to leave here pretty quick here, and then we'll get into some bears here. My camera was throwing up a little bit here, and I did get one bear and I only got the one video. I was really disappointed because it was heading back to the brush again, but the camera kept glitching, and I think the bear was under the beam of the camera because my camera is, must just high enough that the bears can duck under the beam that trips the camera. So it didn't start another video. I was really ticked off, but that's the way it goes. For bears, you need to have your camera fairly low to catch them. And this bear, it came and basically didn't even go to the brush at all. So strike one for the experiment, and he went straight to the camera, and then just left. And then 4 days later, and then this mama with 2 cubs showed up. And, I was really happy to see this video. Wasn't really 100% success for the experiment, but she's checking it out at least. But her aim's a bit off, and when she sits down, I said it was a little too high. Maybe I needed to have it a little bit lower, but she just can't seem to. And I was going to say, some people, and I thought about it after the fact that, that they might chew the bristles and wouldn't be good for them to eat them, and I thought of that afterwards, and I'd try this again next year. I'll use something different, but at the time never thought about it. But they didn't. I got the very few videos I got, they weren't there long enough to eat it. But anyway, just something to think about is all. I just thought it would be fun to see what they do. And she didn't play around with it too much. She was like, no, I'm going to go check that camera out. So, but the cubs, they had some fun anyway. They played around with it a little bit. And this was July 20th. She might have been the same bears earlier. I don't know. She's a little smaller, but the cubs, to me, still seem really small for July. They still got most of the month left in August and September, October before they go into hibernation. Still seem pretty tiny. Hard to find stuff to eat in these woods. Not a lot of critters around. You don't see any rabbits anymore. They just mainly eat greenery, grass, and sort of thing. Veggies. They're veggie bears now. And this massive bear with a small head, his body is just, I wish I had more video of it. Yeah, I should have just had it here, slow it down and put a still photo in it. Actually, I think I'll do that here before I'm done with this. I'm doing this voiceover. I'll just stick a still photo in here because it's you don't get a chance to really see how big she is and how fat she is. Okay, so I just slowed the clip down a bit so you can kind of see, and then her size, and then I stuck a couple of photos in here. She's massive, or I keep saying she, I don't know males from females. I don't know my bears very well, but she's an awful small head for a male. Her head is tiny compared to her massive body. I think this bear's being fed somewhere. She's not just eating veggies and insects. She's eating cupcakes, a lot of them. And this was my, I left this until last because it was a joy to see that I finally, my little experiment gave at least one bear a little bit of happiness. And he really got the idea. It was like, yeah, he didn't scratch his back, but his face and neck and everything got a good itch. Yeah, he really enjoying it. He didn't stick around very long, like I said, you know. Always looking for food, I suppose, you know, you got to keep moving to find food. And he's not overly chubby, so I would say that, I don't know if that'd be a yearling bear, I would think. I don't know my bears very well, but I would say a yearling, last year's cub. And he still had to check out the camera, so. So anyway, this little bear, he just made one more little visit to the brush there, and then he just left, so he must have had more pressing things to attend to. And the date on this video is the 1st of August, and the other one was in October, so I didn't get any more bears after October. And this bear never came back, you know, after he was here this time. So, but it's not like they're coming there for food, because I'm not feeding them anything. I do have a salt lick there occasionally, and but they just come out of just curiosity for the cameras, I guess, and just want to have fun with them. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.